All right, let's begin our relaxation together. Right now, we'll take just a few moments to allow the body and mind to settle completely before tonight's sleep story begins. I'm going to count down very slowly from 10 to 1, and with each number, just allow yourself to let go a little more, to drift a little deeper into stillness. 10. Feel the support of the bed beneath you, or the floor, or whatever surface you are resting on tonight. And beneath all of that, feel the support of the earth itself. A deep, solid support that holds the very ground we stand on. A constant, unwavering support. A comforting presence that comes from our home, the earth. And as you become aware of that solidness, just see if you can release your body into it a little more, gently letting go just a little more. 9. Bring your awareness into your body now. Where might you still be holding on? Where do you feel any tension? Perhaps it's in your toes or the arches of your feet. Maybe it's in your calves, perhaps your thighs or your belly. Maybe you're holding it in your chest, or perhaps you're holding far too much tension in your hands or in your face. As you lie here now, and as you notice this tension or this holding, simply notice the release that comes from that awareness. Just let it go now. 8. You are safe. Allow my voice to be your companion tonight, a gentle guide. Know that this voice will only take you to places that are peaceful and safe. See if you can find some comfort in that. See if you can find trust. And notice that when we feel safe, we can allow ourselves to become curious, and we can feel a little spark of joy in our hearts as we move ever closer to sleep. 7. The day is done. What is past, and what is to come will come. Whatever thoughts arrive for you tonight, just notice them for what they are. Simply thoughts, a part of being human, but they are not you. You are not your thoughts. You don't have to chase them. And so, if and when they arrive, just let them float on by now, like leaves on a moonlit stream, or clouds drifting across a vast, starry sky. 6. This is your moment. This is your time. Let that allow you to settle in right now, to feel cozy, to feel the warmth, and the simple joy of being able to just lie here and listen to a gentle story. 5. Peace lives within you. It is always there, deep down. It is just waiting to be found, waiting to be felt. And so, just see if you can find that quiet space of peace inside yourself tonight. 4. Perhaps allow for a little gratitude right now. Gratitude for the simple things, the shelter you have tonight, the very breath that nourishes your body, the quiet of this moment. 3. Begin to let your imagination speak. Begin to see a vast jungle, a beautiful ancient rainforest in the lands of the Maya. We are about to step into it. You are completely safe in this place, far away from everything you know. 2. Check in with your body one last time. It has worked so hard for you today. It is time now to let it rest completely. Allow every last muscle to soften, to release. And 1. Let go completely as I begin to tell you tonight's sleep story. The sky above the great city of Tikal is slowly transforming. The fiery orange orb of the sun has begun its descent behind the deep green canopy of the immense jungle. The last light of day is no longer harsh, but soft and warm, bathing the towering limestone pyramids in a honeyed, golden glow, making them look like sacred mountains lit from within. The air begins to cool. The heat of the day gradually dissolves, making way for a cool, damp mist that rises from the jungle floor. Every sound seems to slow down. The murmur of voices, the hurried footsteps on the city's packed earth causeways have now quieted, leaving only a distant hum, the call of birds settling in for the night, and the first notes of the insects' evening chorus, a gentle and endless soundtrack. You are standing here in the quiet of this twilight. You are Ixchel, a keeper of the stars, an astronomer whose life has been spent listening to and understanding the language of the night sky. Draped around you is a familiar, soft robe of coarse woven cotton. Beneath your leather sandals, you feel the cool stone of a wide balcony overlooking the city's great plaza. You take a deep breath, sensing the fragrance of the Tikal evening, a scent that blends the faint perfume of wild orchids, the smell of damp earth after a distant rain, and the soft, sweet smoke of copal incense drifting up from the temples below. It is the scent of peace, of a stability that has endured for generations. As the very first star appears, a single, shimmering silver point against the deepening indigo sky, you know it is time. Without any hurry, you turn and begin your familiar journey. The journey to the summit of the Temple of the Great Jaguar, the tallest temple, the place where you can be closest to the heavens. You walk with a calm, measured pace, each step slow and steady. You pass through vast corridors where torches flicker in wall niches, casting long, soft shadows that dance on the stone. You can feel the cool air and the profound silence of these ancient stones, which have stood here through countless rainy seasons, through so many cycles of the sun and moon. Then, you arrive at the base of the great stairway. The enormous stone steps, worn smooth by time, and the countless feet of priests and predecessors await you. You place a hand on the stone railing, feeling its cool, slightly rough texture, a steady anchor, and then you begin to climb, one step at a time, slowly and evenly. Your breath sinks with your footsteps, breathing in, one step up, breathing out, another step. Nothing else exists in this moment but this rhythmic, intentional movement. The soft sound of your sandals on the stone creates a gentle, repetitive whisper, the only sound in the temple's stillness. The higher you climb, the fresher and cooler the air becomes. You can hear the wind begin to whisper as it glides past the corners of the pyramid. The city below now looks like a tapestry woven with the tiny flickering lights of torches and hearth fires. The surrounding jungle stretches out to the horizon, a deep, dark ocean of green under the light of a newly risen crescent moon. Finally, after a meditative journey, you take the last step and set foot on the summit platform. It is a flat, open space, completely exposed to the night sky. The breeze is a little stronger here, carrying the scent of leaves from the forest below, and it caresses your cheeks, running gently through your hair. You feel as though you are standing on top of the world, suspended between the earth and the stars. The night sky over Tikal is a sight beyond words. With no competing artificial lights, the sky is a canvas of the deepest, most profound black velvet, adorned with millions, billions of stars that glitter like diamond dust. The Milky Way, which you know as Waka Chan, the sacred road, stretches across the heavens like a faint river of light, a path for the spirits to travel. You walk to your familiar spot near the northern edge of the platform. You gently set down your tools, a few damp clay tablets, a sharpened bone stylus, and a few simple observation tools made of wood and stone. Everything feels familiar in your hands, like an extension of your own body. You sit down, your back resting against a low stone block, feeling its solidness. And then you begin your work. There is no stress, no pressure. This is not a job. It is a silent conversation with the cosmos. Your eyes scan the sky, recognizing old friends. There is the great hunter constellation, walking peacefully across the night. And there is the cluster of the Pleiades, a tiny, shimmering gathering of sister stars, which signals the time for planting. You raise your stylus, squinting, measuring the distance between the stars, marking their position relative to the horizon. Every movement you make is slow and deliberate. The faint scratching of the stylus on the wet clay makes a soft, rhythmic sound, a meditative beat in the infinite quiet of the night. Time passes without notice. There are no minutes, no hours. There is only the slow, majestic movement of the celestial bodies. You watch the silver crescent moon drift slowly across the sky, its faint light casting a soft, ethereal sheen on the world below. You follow a bright planet, a wandering star, on its silent journey among the fixed stars. All thoughts of the world below, of human concerns, simply dissolve. Your mind becomes as clear as the air on the temple top. All that remains is a gentle focus, a complete immersion in the beauty and the order of the universe. You can feel the grand rhythm of the cosmos operating all around you, a slow, steady, and infinitely reliable pulse. As the night deepens, the air grows colder, and a thin layer of dew begins to form on the stone slabs. You pull your robe a little tighter, feeling its familiar warmth. Your eyes begin to feel heavy from hours of observation, yet your mind is more awake and peaceful than ever. You look up at the river of the Milky Way one last time, and as you gaze into it, a wondrous feeling begins to wash over you. The boundary between you and the sky begins to blur. You are no longer just looking at the stars. You are becoming part of them. The feeling of the hard stone beneath you dissolves. The sensation of your own body grows lighter. You begin to feel yourself drifting, floating, lifting gently off the temple summit and into the deep expanse of space. There is no fear, only an infinite peace and curiosity. You drift among the stars, which are no longer distant points of light, but warm, brilliant orbs, each one singing its own silent song, a vibration you can feel in your entire being. You glide through clouds of cosmic dust, enormous nebulae where new stars are being born. They are soft, swirling clouds of color pinks, purples, and emerald greens turning slowly in a timeless, celestial ballet. You feel as though you are drifting through a masterpiece painted by the hands of creation itself. You travel farther, past galaxies. Each one is a swirling island of light in the vast ocean of darkness, containing billions of suns, billions of worlds. You feel the invisible connection between them all, a web of gravity and light that binds everything together. And in this cosmic dream, you realize a simple, profound truth. You, a tiny being on a small world, are made of the very same material as the stars. Stardust flows in your veins. The energy of ancient suns gives you life. You are not a separate observer. but an inseparable part of this grand cosmic tapestry. You feel a sense of complete belonging, a oneness with everything. All worries, all doubts, all feelings of smallness dissolve. All that remains is a deep, profound peace, knowing that your place in the universe is as secure and meaningful as the place of every star in the sky. You drift and float in an ocean of light and silence, endless and peaceful. The feeling of infinite drifting begins to gently change. The cosmic river of light is no longer rushing, but gradually slowing, becoming calmer. The vibrant, colorful nebulae begin to fade, receding into the distance like the beautiful memories of a fading dream. You slowly begin to feel yourself again, not a sudden return, but a gentle settling, like a single feather slowly coming to rest on the ground. The sensation of floating is replaced by a feeling of being held, a pleasant and familiar weightiness. You become aware of the cool, solid stones supporting your back. You feel the softness of the cotton robe wrapped around your body. The gentle night breeze is still caressing your face, but it now carries the cool dampness of the coming dawn. Your eyes are still closed, but through your eyelids, you can sense a change in the light. The pure black of midnight has begun to yield to a silvery gray, a pale indigo on the far eastern horizon. The night is almost over. The story of the stars is drawing to a close. Their journey across the sky for this night is nearly complete. The familiar constellations you watched for hours now seem to be fading as well, preparing to rest as the sun's light approaches. Your work is done. The notations on the clay tablets lie silently beside you, a quiet testament to your dialogue with the universe. But the true knowledge you gained tonight is not on those tablets. It is deep within you, a profound sense of peace, an understanding that everything is connected, that everything moves in a perfect and beautiful order. The figures and events of the night, the celestial hunter, the shimmering sister stars, and your own journey through the galaxies all begin to fade into memory. They retreat gently, like a quiet tide going out, leaving behind a smooth, peaceful shore of a mind. All that remains is the quiet space of the temple summit at dawn. Through the imaginary window of your mind, you can see that timeless, starry sky, now slowly fading, making way for the light of a new day. The sounds of the night are changing too. The chorus of insects has grown softer and softer, and now is silent. In its place, from deep within the jungle below, you begin to hear the very first, tentative notes of the waking birds. Just a few soft, clear calls at first, and then gradually, more voices join in, creating a gentle symphony to welcome the morning. There is nothing left to do now, nowhere to go. All that is left is this moment of peace, a moment of complete stillness, of contentment. You have completed your work. The universe has shared its secrets, and now it is time to rest. Let the final images of Tikal, of the majestic pyramids, of the vast jungle, also gently dissolve. Let them drift away, like clouds floating across the sky. No longer the astronomer, no longer the temple top. There is only you, lying here in the comfort and safety of your own bed. There is only the feeling of peace that the story has brought you. A deep, abiding peace that spreads through your body and your mind. A quiet that asks for nothing, but simply is. Carry this feeling of stillness and connection with you as you continue your journey into sleep. Know that, just like the stars, you are part of something vast and beautiful. And just like the universe, you have within you a great expanse of peace and quiet, always there for you to return to. Now, just let everything drift, let everything fade, and now there is only peace. A quiet, endless peace. Your mind is no longer thinking, it is just floating, drifting in a warm and safe space. All sounds fade into the distance, all images dissolve. There is only the feeling of relaxation, a relaxation that grows deeper and deeper still. Allow yourself to sink down now, gently sinking into a bastis, deep, deep sleep, so deep and so peaceful as you drift and float, gently sinking down, sinking into sleep, sleep so deep, so sound,